You've got to be kidding me. After weeks of speculation, after months of this mystery man terrorizing the entire SmackDown locker room, after WWE had us believing this was going to be the biggest reveal of the year, Bron Breakker just exposed someone that nobody saw coming, and I'm telling you right now, this is either the most genius move WWE has pulled in years, or it's about to become the biggest disaster in modern wrestling history. And before you click away thinking you know what happened, trust me, you don't. Because what went down 3 minutes ago on SmackDown is going to change everything we thought we knew about Bron Breakker's intentions, and it's going to make you question whether WWE has been playing us this entire time. But here's what's really got me fired up: the identity of this mystery man has been staring us in the face for weeks, and we all missed it. Every single one of us. The clues were there, the breadcrumbs were laid out perfectly, and yet when Bron Breakker finally ripped that mask off and revealed who's been orchestrating these attacks, social media exploded. And not in a good way for some people. Let me set the scene for you, because if you missed tonight's SmackDown, you missed absolute chaos. Bron Breakker came out during the main event segment, and he had that look in his eyes, you know the one I'm talking about. That intensity that made him one of the most dangerous men in NXT, that same fire that's been burning since he moved up to the main roster. He grabbed the microphone, and the crowd was deafening. He said, and I quote, "For weeks, you've all been asking who's been helping me, who's been in my corner, who's the mystery man that's been taking out everyone in my path." The camera panned across the arena, and you could feel the electricity. Every fan was on the edge of their seat. Twitter was going insane with predictions. Was it Gable Steveson? Was it a returning superstar? Was it someone from NXT we haven't seen yet? Drop a comment right now and tell me who you thought it was going to be before the reveal. And then Bron said something that sent chills down my spine. He said, "The mystery man isn't who you think it is. It's not about bringing someone new into WWE. It's about bringing back someone who never should have left." And that's when the arena went dark. The lights came back on, and standing in the ring, right next to Bron Breakker, was, and I still can't believe I'm saying this, it was someone from his past. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. This wasn't just any return. This was calculated. This was personal. This was family. The mystery man was revealed to be none other than a member of the legendary Steiner lineage that WWE has kept under wraps. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, we knew Bron was a Steiner. But this goes deeper than that. This mystery man has been trained by Rick Steiner himself, has been working dark matches for months, and WWE has been hiding him in plain sight, having him wear masks during backstage attacks to protect his identity until the perfect moment. The crowd's reaction was split right down the middle. Half the arena was cheering because they recognized the legacy, they understood the significance of having another member of one of wrestling's most decorated families step into the spotlight. But the other half? They were booing out of their minds because they felt betrayed. They thought this was going to be a massive outside signing, a game-changing debut that would shift the entire landscape of SmackDown. And here's what's got the internet absolutely melting down right now. Bron Breakker got on the microphone and explained everything. He said that WWE management, specifically Triple H, approached him months ago with a proposal. They wanted to create a stable that would dominate SmackDown the same way the Bloodline dominated for years. But instead of relying on the Samoan dynasty, they wanted to build something around the Steiner legacy. Bron revealed that every attack, every ambush, every mystery assault we've witnessed over the past several weeks wasn't random violence, it was strategic. They were taking out specific superstars who stood in the way of their plans to control the Intercontinental Championship scene, the tag team division, and eventually, the undisputed WWE Championship itself. Here's a quick question for the comment section. Do you think WWE should have kept the mystery going longer, or was this the perfect time for the reveal? But wait, it gets better, or worse, depending on how you look at it. Bron Breakker then called out every single superstar in the back and issued an open challenge. He said that starting next week on SmackDown, the Steiner Empire, as he's calling it, is coming for everyone. He specifically named LA Knight, saying that the Intercontinental Championship is coming home to the Steiner family. He called out the Street Profits, saying the Tag Team Championships are next on their list. And then, in the most shocking call-out of the night, he looked directly into the camera and said Cody Rhodes' name. The audacity, the disrespect, but also, the confidence. You could see it in Bron's eyes. This isn't just talk. This isn't just a young superstar trying to make a name for himself. This is a calculated takeover attempt, and with the mystery man now revealed and standing beside him, they have the numbers, they have the legacy, and they have the hunger. Now, let's talk about the mystery man's in-ring ability because this is where things get really interesting. During his reveal, WWE played a highlight package showing all his dark match performances, and folks, this guy is legit. We're talking about German suplexes that would make his Uncle Scott proud, powerhouse moves that rival anything Bron can do, and a level of intensity that suggests he's been waiting for this moment his entire life. The wrestling community is absolutely divided right now. I've been scrolling through Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, and every wrestling forum I can find, and the opinions are all over the place. Some people are calling this the beginning of the next great WWE dynasty. Others are saying WWE dropped the ball by not bringing in an established star from outside the company. And then there's a third group that's saying we need to wait and see how this plays out before passing judgment. Let me know in the comments, are you excited about this Steiner Empire, or do you think WWE missed an opportunity? Here's my take, and you can agree or disagree, but I think WWE is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Think about it, the bloodline story worked because it was rooted in family, in legacy, in the idea that blood runs thicker than anything else in this business. Now, WWE is taking that successful formula and applying it to another legendary wrestling family. The Steiners have always been about dominance, about power, about being the baddest men in the room. And now, with Bron Breakker leading the charge and this mystery man, this new Steiner, by his side, they are positioned to create the same kind of multi-year storyline that captivated audiences with Roman Reigns. But here's the risk, and it's a big one. If this storyline doesn't connect with fans immediately, if people reject it because they wanted something different, WWE could have a major problem on their hands. Bron Breakker is already over with the crowd, but adding this mystery element, this family dynasty angle, could either elevate him to the next level or it could hold him back if fans don't buy into it. The backstage reaction has been explosive too. According to reports that are just now starting to surface, several SmackDown superstars were not informed about this reveal beforehand. They knew something big was happening, but WWE kept this under tight security. Only a handful of people knew the true identity of the mystery man, and that's led to some real tension backstage because guys are now wondering what this means for their own pushes, their own storylines, their own opportunities. And let's talk about the immediate implications for SmackDown's landscape. LA Knight has been on an absolute tear as Intercontinental Champion. He's connected with audiences in a way that very few superstars have in recent years. He's got the charisma, the mixed skills, the in-ring ability, and the fan support. But now he's got a target on his back, and it's not just Bron Breakker he has to worry about anymore, it's an entire faction that's coming for his championship. The tag team division just got infinitely more interesting. If the mystery man teams with Bron Breakker, we're looking at a tag team that could dominate for years. They have the size, the athleticism, the legacy, and the family connection that makes for compelling storytelling. The Street Profits, DIY, Pretty Deadly, whoever holds those tag team championships better be watching their backs because the Steiner Empire is coming, and they are not asking for opportunities, they are taking them. Quick trivia question for longtime fans, can you name all the championship reigns the Steiner brothers had across different promotions? Drop your answers below. But the biggest question mark is what this means for Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody has been on this incredible journey, finally winning the title that eluded his father, completing his story in the most emotional way possible. But now he's got another faction gunning for him. First it was the Bloodline, and just when we thought that story was winding down, here comes the Steiner Empire with the same level of intensity, the same family-based narrative, and potentially the same level of dominance. Here's what I think happens next, and this is pure speculation, but stay with me. I think we're going to see Bron Breakker and the Mystery Man rack up quick victories over the next few weeks. WWE is going to book them strong, really strong, to establish them as legitimate threats. Then, I think we're heading toward a massive multi-man match at the next premium live event where championships are on the line and alliances are tested. The beauty of this storyline is that it opens so many doors. WWE can bring in other members of the Steiner family if they want to expand this faction even further. They can create internal conflict if Bron and the Mystery Man start disagreeing on strategy. They can have other superstars band together to fight against this rising threat. The possibilities are endless. So here's where I land on all of this. I'm cautiously optimistic. Yes, part of me wanted the Mystery Man to be a massive surprise, maybe someone from another promotion, maybe a returning legend we haven't seen in years. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that WWE is building something sustainable here. This isn't a short-term shock value reveal that burns out in a few weeks. This is a long-term story that can evolve, adapt, and create compelling television for months, maybe even years to come. The next few weeks are going to be crucial. Fan reaction will determine if this Steiner Empire becomes the next big thing or if it fizzles out. But based on what we saw tonight, based on the intensity Bron Breakker brought, based on the way the mystery man carried himself in that ring, I think WWE might have lightning in a bottle here. Final question: who do you want to see step up and challenge the Steiner Empire first? Drop your dream matchup in the comments. Make sure you smash that like button if you're as hyped about this as I am, or even if you're angry and want to vent in the comments. Subscribe to Wrestling Zone 1 because we're going to be covering every development in this storyline as it unfolds. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any breaking news. And share this video with every wrestling fan you know because this conversation is just getting started, and trust me, you want to be part of it from the beginning. The Steiner Empire has arrived on SmackDown, and wrestling will never be the same.